Professional personal service that's second to none. Bay Alarm. Celebrating our past. Securing your future. ACO28CCL880138.
Hi, I'm Miguel Cardona, U.S. Secretary of Education and proud father of two. This summer is so important to help young people reconnect with friends, peers, and educators after such a difficult year. It's time for students to rediscover the joy of learning, brush up on their skills in reading, STEM, athletics, and the arts. There's no better way to ensure they'll be ready to return to the classrooms this fall. Visit discoversummer.org to find nearby summer programs and resources to keep kids safe, healthy, and learn.
This message is brought to you by the National Summer Learning Association.
Portions of the following program will be recorded.
Homeschooling is no joke. It is hours a day. You have to follow the California syllabus, not just, here you go, let's start watching National Geographic. And then the reality is, who wants to stay with their kids that long anyway? Who would ever want to do that?
Bill Handel.
Clearly, you would have not been the homeschool teacher in your family.
That is correct.
Mornings from 6 to 10 on KFI.
Brittany.
Yes. Yes.
John, I love you. I love Brittany.
Okay, good. I was like, are we going to have beef with this as well?
Yes, actually we are. No, this is not okay. Can you please find the other one for me? I can't, we can stop this one right now. Thank you. I can't. John is going to pay off, since he clearly made a mistake with that one this morning, after we have a little snack.
It's time for Biz Bites. Bites of Business. Biz Bites on Wake Up Call with Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Netflix says, I'm not just going to stream, I'm not just going to win awards, I'm going to help you game. Netflix plans video game expansion and has hired a VP from Facebook to help with this. So what's really kind of cool about this is you're not going to have to go buy an Xbox. You're not going to have to go buy a Nintendo, whatever your source is, right? You can just have Netflix. And at this point, I don't see that you're really going to have much more when it comes to the cost of your subscription. So I'm sure that will come in time, but they're going to launch this new video game, and you can basically just go to Netflix and you can stream your game on that. And I just have a feeling that this could change the way that people game. And this is going to cause the Xboxes and the Nintendos of the world to have to step up their game now, because why, if you could just stream off of your TV, would you go out and buy this other contraption? If Netflix gets to a point where it has the same games or the same capabilities as the other ones do right now, I see a little war heating up there. GM warns some Bolt EV owners not to park their cars inside or charge them unattended overnight. GM is telling owners of the 2017-2019 Bolt EVs that apparently there were 2 Bolt EVs that were repaired as part of a recall of almost 70,000 of the cars that were flagged for fire risk. The recall was initially announced in November by GM and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. One of the fires apparently occurred while the vehicle was charging at the home of a Vermont state lawmaker earlier this month. The other fire happened in New Jersey, and GM knows about these 2 fires. That's why they're putting out the warning, and they say, out of an abundance of caution, we're asking owners of the 2017-2019 Chevy Bolt EVs who were part of the recall to keep their vehicles parked outdoors. Don't leave them alone when they're charging overnight. And I would call your dealership to figure out what you're supposed to do next. And finally, it used to cost $25. It's a jigsaw puzzle made by a company called Premium Joy based in Walnut Creek up in the Bay Area. And one of its most popular toys is its under the sea themed floor foam jigsaw puzzle. The company says pre-pandemic, we sold $5,000 to $6,000 of that puzzle every year. At that time, the puzzle sold for $25. Now, the company has said it's got to discontinue production of the puzzle because it's become too expensive to manufacture. They're importing the foam products from Taiwan. So now the means This means the demand for the under-the-sea puzzle way outstrips supply. And the company says they only have one left at this point, and they got to thinking about how high could they go? How much money could they get for this? And a Google search revealed a jigsaw puzzle that went for $27,000. So the owner of this company said, all right, we're going to make it $28,000. And they are going to get it. Somebody is going to pay $28,000 for a foam jigsaw puzzle that a year ago they could have got for $25. eBay, anyone? This is KFI and KOSTHD2 Los Angeles. Let's take a look at that 91. Hi, Jeff. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Jen. Yeah, we're going to start with a little good news in the old traffic report here. If you have to drive the westbound 91 now coming into Orange County through Yorba, the long plane problem, actually, westbound 91 on Imperial Highway had a whole bunch of lanes blocked. They just stopped all traffic and cleared it over to the shoulder. Now, it is going to be a little slow, that's for sure, especially getting to the 241. But mind you, with all lanes open, you're okay. Now, if you're in Yorba Linda, if you want to use La Palma up to the north, that's in fine shape all the way over, no problems there. The rest of Orange County looking fairly good, even the North 5 now coming up from Buena Park towards East LA. And talking about puzzles, the East LA interchange, boy, there was some problems north and south 5 trying to get through the interchange itself. North 5 is still a little bit slower. And speaking of the 5 coming through Burbank, they've been rebuilding the Burbank Boulevard Bridge, shutting down overnight. That's all over and done with now. The South 5 coming out of, San Fernando, the city of San Fernando. Still in pretty good shape. Right down to Glendale. Don't go away. Injured in an accident, visit superwomansuperlawyer.com. KFI gets you there faster. I'm Jeff Bob.
Hey, it's Conver here. You're looking to sell your home fast without any repairs. You want the hassle of dealing with showings, realtors, cleaning, or making upgrades. You got to call Sunday, SUNDAE.com. Sunday's going to buy your home as is and give you the best possible price. Plus, very flexible timeline here. They can close in as quick as 10 days or months if that's what you need. And get this, they're offering you a $20,000 cash advance when you sell a Sunday. They can help with moving costs or other expenses you might have. 0 fees to sell. You get every dime of it. They're very experienced. They purchased hundreds of homes off market. You've seen them everywhere. CNBC, CNN, Business Insider. They're very trusted in the state of California and 5-star reviews everywhere you look online. So go to Sunday.com, SUNDAE.com, or phone them, 825-OFFER. That's 825-OFFER. Get yourself a free, no obligation, cash offer. 825-OFFER or Sunday.com.
At Sit and Sleep, we know that people are experts at all kinds of things, except one, how to shop for the right mattress.
Right, Dad. Shopping for a mattress isn't something you do every day, or even every 8 years.
That's why Sit and Sleep has mattress experts with an average of 10 years experience, and bed match technology that scientifically recommends just the right mattress for you.
So for expert advice, trust your sleep to Sit and Sleep.
You know, Drew, I'm an expert at other things.
Like what?
Screaming free!
It would be lonely with me.
Better. You're forgiven, John. SoCal weather from KFI. It looks like it's going to be another warm one, but not nearly what we've seen. So today it'll be sunny with highs 70s at the beaches, 80s for Metro LA and OC, 90s for the valleys and the IE. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. This has been your wake-up call. Handle on the News with Wayne starts now.
Handle on the News.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Good morning. It's the Bill Handel Show. The morning crew is here. You know what? I'm going to totally mix it up this morning. I'm going to move all your cheeses all around. Good morning, John Ramirez. How are you?
Good morning, Wayne. I'm doing well.
Good to see you.
Thank you, Wayne. It's good to see you.
Okay. Alex Razzo.
Hi, Wayne.
What's up?
None.
All right. Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Good morning,
You know,
sir.
you're so used to being first in line for the good mornings.
Something happened? Did I make you mad?
No.
Oh.
Not at all. You know what? It's just relationships. I think we can agree we're all in a relationship here on this show, right?
Yeah.
Very long-term relationship. Sometimes you got to mix it up. You just got to keep it fresh. Got to keep your partners a little bit on their toes. That's all. Did you say that you're cool or you're good? Or?
I'm great. I'm good. I'm great. I'm awesome.
Do you want to say anything about Wiggle Waggle Walk?
Yes. I would like to say that there's going to be an announcement about the Wiggle Waggle Walk tomorrow. And a bit of a gauntlet throwdown because tomorrow at 5:20, I have the president and CEO of the Pasadena Humane Society on with me. And her team came in first place last year at the Wiggle Waggle Walk, which is the benefit for Pasadena Humane Society. The Wake Up Call Wigglers came in second when it came to fundraising last year. I mean, the
So this is an ugly rivalry now that
it's
has been
not ugly
created?
because I think she's a lovely person. However, does anybody feel like the fix is in if the president's team wins? I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Right to accusations of malfeasance.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
Okay, well then this is going to be a particularly interesting Wiggle Waggle Walk season with this going on. Are you going to accuse them of doping?
Maybe.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I think
So the announcement is that tomorrow there's going to be an announcement.
yes.
Oh man. Okay.
Yes. So thank you for actually letting me tease that tease.
Right. Any other business? Any other new business before we start handle on the news?
One quick thing, I did go to Pasadena Humane Society yesterday. There is a dog named Juno there who is up for adoption. He's 6 years old. And imagine, for people who are on Instagram with me, my dog Daisy, but imagine the chubbiest Daisy ever. Like as round as she is little, and with a little back swagger on her. That is this dog Juno. And Juno's looking for a home. Juno has got more moxie than you've ever seen. So if anybody's looking for a little boy dog who's just a chubby little critter who wants to sit on the couch and watch Netflix with you, Pasadena Humane Society has a free adoption event this weekend, and he will be available.
Oh, good, if you want a chubby twerking dog.
This dog's rad.
Can people see this?
Yeah,
somewhere
I think
on
you
your
go to-
Instagram? Is there something on your Instagram left over from your live?
I
broadcast?
think we had an issue with that. So if you didn't catch the live yesterday, I would just go to PasadenaHumane.org. Look for Juno.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Handle on the news. And the lead story, a guy was arrested at the Roybal Federal Building yesterday in downtown L.A. He drove up to the entrance to the parking garage, and they noticed a gun in his truck, and they, of course, wanted to know more about that situation. Turns out this guy was wearing body armor, had multiple loaded guns in the truck, and was, of course, arrested. And I guess there were knives in there, too. I think the scuttlebutt here is going to be that he was trying to pretend to be a federal agent of some kind. For what purpose? Oh, who knows? If he had gotten under there and been able to walk up into that building, you know, I don't know what was on his mind. But anyway, he is in custody, and you've got everybody involved. DHS, the Federal Protective Service, which is like the uniformed arm of them, the FBI, obviously, ATF may be involved at this point, depending on what they found in that truck. It was quite an incident.
I thought it was interesting, too, in addition to all the different weapons, he had combat medical supplies with him.
Yeah.
Which makes me think, oh, he was planning on getting injured in whatever he was doing.
Or it was all part of, you know, when people decide they want to pass as law enforcement, you get varying levels of attention to detail.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about
So,
that.
you know,
That's
you might get a guy who just gets one of those dumb tin sheriff badges, like from the toy store, and sticks it on his Kid Rock t-shirt and then walks around going, I'm the law. And then you get people who get very sophisticated about the getup. So we just don't know yet.
Yeah.
And also, we don't even know for sure how talkative he's being at this time.
Hey, they reopened Dockweiler and El Segundo beaches after we had that 17 million gallon sewage spill. And they say for the last 2 days, apparently they've tested the water and say that it is coming in at a level that is safe to swim in again. So those 2 beaches have reopened.
Yes, although they'll be testing again today, just, I guess, in case. Now, so my approach to that would be, I'll wait till tomorrow. I'll wait to see today's test results. When they no longer think it's necessary to test, maybe I'll dive in to the poop line. Let's get a news update, Jennifer Jones-Lee, and then we'll continue handle on the news. It's KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The Surgeon General is calling misinformation about COVID-19 an urgent threat. In a report out today, Vivek Murthy says such falsehoods continue to put lives at risk. There's a new reaction to a report about USA Gymnastics Dr. Larry Nassar. The Justice Department's Inspector General found some FBI office in Indianapolis lied and failed in how it handled sexual abuse allegations. The first woman to publicly accuse Nassar of sexual abuse tweeted, "This is why survivors don't say anything." And New Mexico's betting on Virgin Galactic to boost tourism. The state paid $1.5 million to put its logo on a screen as it aired last weekend's historic space flight. We'll take a look at your drive with VKFI in the Sky next.
If you own a business and pay payroll taxes for 5 or more employees, there's a new government program that will rebate you up to $20,000 cash per employee. Problem is, how do you get hold of that money? Does your accountant know about this? Probably not. This isn't what accountants do. But InnovationRefunds.com does do this. InnovationRefunds.com got me and my partner a 6-figure refund. They know what they're doing. Their CPAs know exactly how to access these tax rebates. They do all the legwork, no upfront costs, and what they do is simply share a percentage of the cash they get back for you. InnovationRefunds.com has helped over 6,000 businesses, including mine, get some $450 million back. Remember, up to $20,000 per employee. Go to InnovationRefunds.com, click on the Qualify Me button, answer a few questions. InnovationRefunds.com. No risk, pretty high reward. InnovationRefunds.com.
Cool off with a big frozen dessert sale from Whole Foods Market. Get 35% off ice cream and frozen treats through July 20th, plus an extra 10% off for Prime members while supplies last. Learn more on the Whole Foods Market app.
SoCal weather from KFI. Sunny today, has a range from the low 70s at the beaches to the upper 90s inland. This report is brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Let's take a look at your drive. Jeff, where you heading?
You betcha. 101 eastbound Ventura Freeway going Valley Village over to Toluca Lake. That's kind of strange transition, if you will. Those 2 left lanes going to East 134. Problem right in the middle in the center divider, so just be careful going through. Now, the rest of the 101 after the 405 is looking good. South 405 still in respectable shape coming out of the San Fernando Valley. No problems there. Just want to warn you about a problem coming through Orange County now. Yorba Linda, westbound 91 around Imperial Highway. There's a long lane problem. It's still real slow, but everything's been moved over to the shoulder. And leaving San Dimas, a little bit of an issue. Well, there always is. It seems every morning. Westbound 210 around Sunflower, a little slow there to the shoulder. But once you get past the 605 from there into Pasadena, I think things are still looking pretty good. Injured in an accident, visit superwoman.superlawyer.com. KFI gets you there faster. I'm Jeff Quah.
This report is sponsored by the California Labor and Workforce Development Agency. California's COVID-19 prevention rules for the workplace have been updated to reflect the effectiveness of vaccines. Fully vaccinated workers who are exposed to COVID-19 no longer have to get tested or quarantined if they don't have any symptoms. Learn more at saferatwork.ca.gov.
Sign on the line, Inc. DBA True Mortgage is a fair housing lender. NMLS 1626699.
Some wild things happened in home lending while we were filling in for Handel. The government came out with a new program for homeowners that may have missed out on the lowest rates in lending history.
The government enacted a program just days ago giving homeowners relief relief on refinancing their homes this very minute.
It's called Refi Now, and millions of homeowners are eligible. You can call True Mortgage, 866-33-FASTER, or go to TrueNow.com right now. See if you qualify for this government program.
Here's the thing, it literally takes less than 5 minutes to see if you qualify. This program has one of the biggest government breaks regarding mortgage qualification guidelines ever.
It's true. Credit requirements have been loosened by the federal government, and rates have been reduced even lower, even for those who are self-employed.
If you're a homeowner and missed out on the lowest rates or couldn't refi, this is your time, but do it today before the program runs out.
Give them a call, 833-66-FASTER, or go to TrueNow.com. 833-66-FASTER, or dial pound 250 and say True Mortgage. That's pound 250, True Mortgage.
Stater Brothers is celebrating 85 wonderful years by giving you a chance to win free groceries for a year. Just click the banner to visit us at StaterBros.com to sign up through July. Good luck! Stater Brothers Markets. Our reason is you.
Get sizzling solar savings now with Semper Solaris, your local veteran-owned solar and battery storage contractor. Being veteran-owned matters. Here's veteran, founder, and owner Kelly Shawhan.
In the military, when you give your word, it's just is your word. Work hard and keep your word. That's what we do every single day. Everybody did exactly what they said they were going to do, and that really impressed me. I've heard about Semper Solaris and found out that they were veterans, so I knew they were going to do the job right.
Declare your energy independence. Choose solar panels made in America. We get the job done right with esprit de corps and honor. Add Tesla Powerwall and prepare for blackouts. Grab the federal 26% solar and battery tax credit. No interest or payments until 2022. Call 415-354-2969. 415-354-2969. Or visit SemperSolaris.com.
26% federal tax credit based on eligibility. Consult your tax advisor. Cannot be combined with any other offers. On approved credit. New customers only. Some restrictions apply. Expires 8/31/21. CSLB number 978152.
Staples Connect has great prices for everything on your back-to-school list. Now Staples one-subject notebooks are 25 cents each, and Crayola 24-count crayons, 2-pocket poly folders, and 4-ounce Elmer's glue are 50 cents each. Offer ends 9/18. Notebooks in-store only. Limit 30. Prices may vary online.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, it's Gary Hoffman. Let's talk about your Medicare coverage. Scan Health Plan is for people with Medicare. Now more than ever, it's important to have comprehensive coverage when you need it most. If you're new to Medicare, have both Medicare and Medi-Cal, or have been diagnosed with certain chronic conditions, you may qualify to enroll in Scan Now. Call Scan at 1-855-370-7226, TTY 711, or ask your agent about Scan.
Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
Small business owners know cutting costs without cutting quality is tough. How do you trim expenses without hurting your business? Easy. Get Spectrum Business. Call 888-489-2212. Switch to Spectrum Business and you can get the best internet and phone services for half of what you're paying today. Cutting costs can be easy when you get Spectrum Business. Just call 888-489-2212. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Hey, it's John and Ken from Kfi Am 640. If you haven't downloaded the free iHeartRadio app yet, now's the perfect time. Because for the first time ever, all free users can create unlimited playlists. iHeartRadio makes it super easy to create playlists for any mood or occasion. And here's one way to get started. Just grab a song playing on your favorite station and start a playlist with that. Easiest of all, it's totally free. Add as many songs, create as many playlists, all for free. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one app. iHeartRadio.
KFI AM 640.
An iHeart radio station.
24-hour news. More stimulating talk.
The president of the city council will take over as acting mayor upon Garcetti's departure. At the moment, that's Nuri Martinez. Who cares? Is she going to clean up the homeless or not? Is she going to clean up the garbage or not? Instead of talking about who's going to fill the power vacuum left by the mayor's departure. Oh.
John and Ken.
Right. It's just going to make you vomit.
Weekdays at 2 on KFI.
live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Good morning, it's Bill Handel Show. The morning crew is here. We're doing Handel on the News. Jennifer Jones-Lee and me. And Britney Spears can finally hire a lawyer of her choosing, which she has done, apparently. Matthew Rosengard will be Britney Spears' attorney. He's a former federal prosecutor. He's with a big law firm here, and he's a guy who would have no conflicts of interest. In other words, he's only working for Britney Spears, only interested in what's best for her. So it'll be interesting to see now, because I guarantee you, they're going to start the process of trying to get this whole conservatorship taken away. She's really never had anybody, right, on her side to make that happen.
Right, because her previous attorney was appointed by the conservatorship.
Yeah, and was making over $500,000 a year. So I think this is good news. And look, and nothing reckless is going to happen. In other words, they're not going to go in there and go, okay, no conservatorship, goodbye. She's going to have to be evaluated. She really doesn't want to. I think that's one of the things she said yesterday in this court hearing is she'd like to get out from under the conservatorship, but she's not really up for going through a whole nother round of evaluations. I think she's had it with that. But I don't think a judge is going to lift it unless she does go through another evaluation. So it'll be interesting to see what happens moving forward now that she has her own attorney. And then at 7:30, very interesting person was watching that hearing and had a lot to say about it. And wait till you hear who it was at 7:30.
All right, this is like a Lifetime movie, but it worked this time. A woman in Pittsburgh's quick thinking helped save her life. This woman had been abducted, and she started leaving notes in store bathrooms and in a bathroom at a resort. So Walmart employees found these notes in a bathroom, I guess maybe tucked behind the mirror, and the notes said the woman's name and said that she was being held and sexually abused. 2 days after the Walmart employees called the cops and told them about that, another note was found inside a resort bathroom, and this time the note read that the woman had been held hostage since May and asked officers not to give up their search for her. So she's leaving these breadcrumbs. Please find me, find me, find me, find me. And finally, during their investigation, police spotted the victim, who was a 38-year-old in the resort, and that was the suspect, and the woman was eventually found and rescued at that guy's house.
And the neighbors are like, whoa, I can't believe this was going on in our neighborhood. Good for her.
Yeah.
Because one who finds themselves in a terrible situation like that, you might just shut down and give up hope, and she didn't. And it worked. This guy, hopefully, there's enough charges there to keep him behind bars until he's dead. Trevor Bauer, Dodger pitcher Trevor Bauer's paid leave has been extended again. Now it's been extended to July 27th as they continue to investigate those allegations of sexual assault against him. Just whatever's going to happen, ultimately, just do it already.
Yeah, this kind of week by week by week.
Yeah, okay. That sounds bad because he deserves fairness. It is an investigation. They haven't reached a conclusion, but you smell that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Sharpie that was used to put the writing on the wall.
All right, Richard Sherman, the former Seattle Seahawks player and San Francisco 49ers star, he was arrested yesterday after he apparently crashed his SUV into a construction zone in Seattle, then tried to break into his in-laws' house and fought with officers who had to use a police dog to end up getting Richard Sherman into custody. I know that it was his wife, I think, that I read a story a little bit ago, who said that he had, in the 911 call, the wife tells the operator that her husband is drunk, he threatened to kill himself, that he was, I believe, physical. I don't know that she stressed much more. If she did, they haven't necessarily said what this was.
Well, she told the Seattle Times she was kind of sticking up for him. Which would have been later,
right
after the event. She said he didn't harm anybody, and he's a good person, and what happened is not his character. And she wanted people to know nobody was injured. Right?
Yeah.
But he is arrested on suspicion of resisting arrest, malicious mischief, and residential burglary, which is a felony. And there's a domestic violence component. But see, this is the thing. Just like with Trevor Bauer, we do probably need to wait till the investigation's over. The domestic violence component here is people are going to go, oh, who was he trying to knock around? It's just because the home he was trying to break into was relatives.
Was it?
In other words, the use of the word violence is misleading here in this particular case.
Could it be related to, though, that 911 call where the wife said that he was, the words were aggressive and physical?
Yeah.
But I don't know that
But physical, like banging on a door?
Right.
Well, we don't know.
Right.
Again, whatever. The guy's going through something. That's what we know.
Yeah.
Let's get a news update, please, Jennifer Jones-Lee, and then we can continue Handle on the News. It's KFI Am 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The lower arrival level at LAX was temporarily closed early this morning when cops found a suspicious package. The bomb squad was called in about 12:45, cleared it in about 45 minutes. A reservoir in LA has turned into a blank slate for public use.
The Headworks Water Complex is still under construction, but when it's complete, it will hold 110 million gallons of water below ground and become park space connected to Griffith Park and next to Forest Lawn Cemetery.
We're now talking about maybe this is a place that would be fitting for our city's COVID memorial.
Mayor Garcetti says the space could also serve an educational role as LADWP will be putting in a water testing lab on the grounds. Just yesterday, this space was named for former City Councilman Tom LaBonge, and his daughter Mary Kate was among those on hand.
It's so special to have so many spots that I literally drive by and I can say, hi, Daddy.
In LA, Chris Carlo, KFI News.
A reservoir in LA has turned into a blank slate for public use, and that was Chris Carlo. The White House says President Biden is still legalizing pot, even though Democrats in Congress are working to do just that. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer introduced a draft of a legislation bill yesterday, and he says he's working on getting more support for it.
We don't have the votes necessary at this point, but we have a large majority of our caucus for it. We're going to show it to the others and say, well, what don't you like? What do you like?
In addition to making marijuana legal, the bill would also erase nonviolent convictions related to pot. At least 30 people have been killed and dozens more are missing in heavy flooding in Germany and Belgium. There has been heavy rainfall in Germany and neighboring countries this week. It's turned streams into torrents, which have caused buildings to collapse in some spots. And there's a new crime-fighting dog at the LA County Sheriff's Department.
And it doesn't sniff for drugs, bombs, or even dead bodies. This guy sniffs for electronics. He's an actual canine with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department.
Yes, sir. Actually, he was just sworn in by the sheriff. He has a badge and ID card, and he is a deputy sheriff here on our department.
Sergeant Pete Hish takes care of Satoshi, a 1.5-year-old black lab trained to smell and locate digital devices like SD cards, tablets, cell phones, and laptops.
He can tell us that right here in this area, in this box, in this pile of clothes, under this rock, in this sprinkler head, wherever, that there is an electronic storage device.
And Hish says that's valuable to solving sex trafficking and child porn cases. Satoshi was named for a component of Bitcoin and was donated by Operation Underground Railroad, a nonprofit dedicated to stopping child exploitation. This type of specialized dog is fairly new in law enforcement, but Hish says Satoshi is already helping solve cases. At Sheriff's Headquarters, Steve Gregory, KFI News.
And you can see video of Steve with Satoshi, and you can see what Satoshi found in Steve's bag on Steve's Instagram at SteveGregory640. Let's take a look at your drive on the 91.
Yeah, I bet you it was a baloney sandwich.